The husband had been dead for 3 years, but his wife was pregnant with his child, in order to do a paternity test, and had to exhume her husband's coffin. When the husband's 3 elder sisters learned of this, they flew into a rage, and beat the woman severely. It turned out that she got pregnant by using the frozen sperm her husband had stored before his death. If it is identified as the husband's child, she would inherit a 20 billion yuan estate. But when the forensic doctor was extracting DNA, he found a severe fracture on the deceased's head. In order to find out the cause of Jack's death, he took the body back to the autopsy room. But the 3 sisters were extremely emotional, not only strongly opposed to this, and even wanted to cremate the body, as if hiding something. After testing, the forensic expert obtained the cause of Jack's death. Jack didn't die of illness, but was cruelly murdered. On the day of Jack's death, the 3 sisters and his wife were all in the hospital. The prosecutor therefore targeted them as suspects. However, the forensic doctor found a lethal dose of anesthetic in the deceased's body. He speculated that the killer was proficient in medical knowledge. They were likely a doctor or nurse. The prosecutor went to the hospital to search. It turned out that a large amount of anesthetic records from 3 years ago were missing, and the nurse on duty that day had already resigned. The prosecutor went to the nurse's apartment building, but just arrived downstairs and met the forensic doctor there. The prosecutor was still one step too late. The nurse was already dead. There were more than a dozen needle marks on her arm. Then the forensic doctor conducted an autopsy. The cause of death was actually the same as Jack's. They confirmed the murderer was the same person. The prosecutor recalled an important clue. The buttons on the clothes were unbuttoned by someone. If the murderer wore gloves, they couldn't have unbuttoned the buttons. Subsequently, they tested the clothes. Sure enough, fingerprints were found on them. Since they were incomplete, it would take time to analyze. Subsequently, when the prosecutor was preparing to go home, she received a call from Anne and said she had news about the nurse to share in person. The prosecutor made an appointment to meet Anne at a cafe. At the same time, the fingerprint matching results came out, but the murderer's identity stunned the forensic doctor. It was actually Jack's wife. On the other side, Annie took advantage of the prosecutor's inattention. The woman quickly took out a pack of medicine and poured it into the cup. The forensic doctor called the prosecutor, but her phone was on mute. At this time, Anne was crying, but when the prosecutor was about to comfort her, she accidentally knocked over the poisoned cup. Thus the prosecutor escaped by chance, seeing that the plan had failed, and put on gloves. Then she took out a syringe. Unexpectedly, the police arrived at the scene. The woman was arrested on the spot. The forensic doctor performed facial reconstruction on Jack's body. The restored face wasn't Jack's. The forensic doctor confirmed this body wasn't Jack at all. Then where is Jack's real body? Follow me, and the story of Anne will continue in the next episode.